Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Tura indoor-outdoor wall sconce. So this is the 30, 25, 80. This is the smallest of the three sizes. If you get a chance, watch the video on the medium size. That's the 30, 25, 81, because I have in that video the fixture sitting right on the table and all the parts there, so I can kind of go over things with you. And it's a great fixture. I think this would be a dynamite fixture to have indoors, probably in a bathroom. You could, inside you can face it up or you can face it down, and it would be great flanking a couple mirrors in a bathroom. Anywho, let's get into size of fixture itself. So the fixture height is 13.6. That's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the very top, which is the back plate on this. Width is coming in at 8.7. Depth, that's the distance from the wall coming out, is 10.2. Mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box, is coming in at 10.4. Backplate on this is 6.5 by 5, goes over your standard 4-inch junction box with no problem at all. Let's get into a couple other things. Let's talk about lamping really quick, but I want to touch on California people who are doing new construction or renovations that require pulling permits. If they're going to make you do Title 24 compliant lighting, we can often do these things with what's called a GU24 socket setup to get you across that line. And how you go about that is you send me a quick email, say I'm looking at the 30, 25, 80, and I need it to be a GU24 socket set up with an LED. I take your email. First, I keep a copy of it on my Outlook, but I also send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer of what we can do for you. We do customs like that all the time. Adds a little time and money, but it kind of ticks the boxes of all what you guys need out there in the world. Let's talk about what it's going to ship with standard product. It's going to be a medium base porcelain socket. And remember, if you're going to be using this outside, it has to point down, but inside you can go up or down. And then the recommended bulb size is an A19 light bulb, and that's just the standard size bulb we all grew up with. So you recognize this all your life. If you want to stick with incandescent, you would go to 100 watt max. If you want to go LED, and there's all kinds of LEDs, kind of like this guy or this guy, you can put whatever you can physically put in that glass, because they don't generate heat, they just generate light, and they use very little electricity. When we get into LEDs, I always talk about the color of the light. I tend to like what's in the middle of the spectrum. What you're going to see when you go looking at the hardware store or online is these LEDs are going to be offered in a couple different ways. They're going to be offered 2700 Kelvin, which is like a setting sun color of light, and that's kind of like the same light that comes out of a halogen bulb. But they're also going to be offering you daylight, and daylight is going to be, it sounds like a warm light, it's not a warm light. It's really kind of a cold hospital waiting room light. That's that bluish white light, and that's like an overcast day, and that's going to be 5,000 on that Kelvin scale, so keep that in mind. What we like to use in our showroom, and I talk about it all the time, is warm white, which is 3,000 Kelvin, and that is the nice warmth that's on this table coming from these LEDs above me right now. So that's what we kind of like. I think the other thing is, like I said, the other videos for these Turas, if you're going to be using these like on a covered porch and you're going to be hanging out with your friends, or a patio behind the house, or maybe a deck or something like that, put them on a dimmer. There's no reason why you can't dim these down and if you're hanging out with your friends, you wouldn't have harsh light. You could dim it down to almost like candlelight. I think that'd be really nice. So just make sure you tell your installer, if you're going to do that, that you are using LEDs so they put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture, and they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Cool. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets, and custom things are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.